Welcome back to Spyro the Dragon. In this episode, Blowhard and the Beast Makers Homeworld. And maybe something else, I honestly don't know. God. So it is the same recording day that I recorded the dreaded last episode, where I could not find that last 2 gem in freaking Wizard Peak. God, okay, well, let's hope Blowhard isn't as, well, hard, as weirdly innuendo that sounds, or that sounds like an innuendo. That's the way I'm gonna phrase that. Let's just hope that this level treats me a little bit better than freaking Wizard Peak. And hopefully no gems despawn, which honestly I'm not gonna mention that too much because for all we know, or for all I know, I could have just missed the gem and I'm stupid. But it really did look like the gem despawned or something because I had killed the enemy, but the enemy spawned back when I killed myself, so maybe the gem fell down, but it still counted? I don't know. I've never had it where the gem falls down after hitting an enemy, and also, I think that's the first time we got electrocuted by these guys. Yeah, Blowhard is a lot of these electric guys. I was about to say it was the electric enemies are the only enemy in the Blowhard level, but that is not the case. There are some of those wizard guys, which we will see when we go in here. Like most boss levels, Blowhard is not too long of a level. In all honesty, I like Blowhard way more than I do the other bosses so far. It's because, like, I don't know, just the level looks really cool. Whereas, like, as much as I do like fighting Dr. Shemp, the level just isn't too interesting, and Toasty's just really boring because it's very easy to beat. This level, the boss is kind of the entire level.
Thanks for releasing me, Spyro. You have no idea how long I've been trapped in Crystal. And, neither do I. Who are you again?
I'm out of here.
One of my favorite dragons. I love the voice clip in the first games, like, who are you again? It's just like, the most Alzheimer dragon there is. Which, I mean, I guess when this game came out, they would still use the stereotype of, oh, the person is old, which means they forget a whole bunch of stuff, which is not always the case. I mean, maybe people's memories gets kinda bad as time goes on, but some people don't have Alzheimer's, some people do. It's just like a genetic thing. My great-grandfather had it, so I have a chance of getting that, which honestly, I don't want, because that disease is scary, man. I don't want to die, like, forgetting everyone in my family. Like, it's freaking scary. Now, to defeat Blowhard, I mean, I guess this is, like, the second phase of him, because, like I mentioned, the entire boss is, like, the entire level, because he kind of just, like, goes through the level and you fight him. You have to be careful. Hitting him is kind of weird. You just have to, like, jump and dodge him and then fight, like, flame him when he's on the ground, and hopefully you don't get electrocuted. Like, look, it's pretty simple. I was about to say he's the most boss-like boss in this game, but that is not the case whatsoever. The boss in the next homeworld is way harder, or is way more like a boss than Blowhard was, and dang, under 4 minutes getting through that level. And I mean, I didn't, like, fully speedrun. I could have spedrun that level even faster if I just charged the whole way. Which, constantly charging is how I would play Spyro 1. But in this game, I don't know, I like just traveling by foot and not charging everywhere. Maybe it's because I just like admiring the levels, but trust me, if we were playing Spyro 1 on the PS1, I'd be freaking rushing through these levels because I've played those levels so many goddamn times. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Oh, where are you, sheep? I need to toast some sheep. Because if I don't toast the sheep, I will probably die at some point. Because, well, let's just say the next homeworld isn't exactly the easiest.
Spyro, for recovering so many of our dragon eggs. Hop aboard for the Beast Makers world if you're ready.
I know I showed that text before, but I kind of wanted to show it again, since it has been a few episodes since then. Oh, good. Can I actually move the... Okay, I don't think I can. For some reason, I thought you could move the balloon when you're in it, but I don't think that's possible. Because I think the movement that it's doing is by itself, because I was moving the control stick, and I thought maybe it was affecting it a bit, but looking at it now, I think that's just what happens. Now, oh god. If I remember, Beast Makers is not as dark as it used to be in the original game. And hopefully I remember, oh yeah, okay, Beast Makers is a lot more green this time. Like, honestly, if I want to compliment any new level design in this game, it is freaking Beast Makers, man. Like, look how cool it looks. If you want to know, in the original game, if you've never played that, the sky is like basically a very dark purple and everything's really dark. But it's cool because this keeps the swamp vibe of Beast Makers, which is kind of what it had. It's like Beast Makers is a swamp, which honestly, this new color scheme makes me actually like Beast Makers a bit. Now, be careful with these guys. They electrify they electrify the floor, and you do not want to get electrocuted by them. As you can tell just by those guys, this is where the game gets a wee bit harder. Let's just open this dragon. Or talk to him, not, I guess open.
Nasty Nork is turning our swamp into an electrified jump heap. And it used to be so beautiful.
I'm sure it was.
I think he's still being sarcastic. Well, Spyro is being sarcastic there. I think because the original game, Carlos Alazraqui made it sound more sarcastic, but I think it still has that feeling. Now, here's the first level we'll tackle after the, Homeworld, Terrace Village. I mean, I guess I remember Terrace Village, but honestly, Terrace Village is... Actually, it's probably my second most liked level. I'll show you my first liked level, and it's not Misty Bog. It is not anywhere near Misty Bog. God, Misty Bog is probably like my least favorite level in this entire game. Like, no one likes freaking Misty Bog. It's awful. I don't think it's as foggy as the original game, but like, I just can't do it. I mean, obviously I'm going to play the level, but just, I cannot get myself to like Misty Bog. You'll see why later. It's a level where I know I'll probably die on. Like, if you die on Misty Bog, you are going to be like a lot of other people, because a lot of people do. It is not the easiest level in the game. It's probably the hardest, or one of the hardest.
Spyro, it's great to see you, but I gotta go.
Where the heck you gotta go? We just freaking rescued you. Okay, now, be careful here. There is that boar, which... The way the freaking boars run in this game is really abnormal, as you saw. Like, they're very hoppy. I don't know why they are, but they are. What I was gonna say anyway is, that boar around the corner is meant for you to get hit, but luckily, I've played this game many times, and I am an expert at the Beast Makers Homeworld, so I'm not gonna be getting hit anytime soon. Oh wait, I totally forgot to get gems over here. What am I doing? Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, there's a little, like, watering hole here. I guess it's more like a well, not really a watering hole. But if you go down here, I don't think there's a dragon. Oh no, there's no dragon. There's a little water here, which is a cool touch. I don't think there's any... Yeah, there's no gems behind that portal, but there are gems over here. And welcome to where the flight levels get kinda hard. Wild Flight. I just can't. I can't do Wild Flight. I just hate it. I mean, I hate it Sparx. Get the... What? Why? Sparx, my boy. Why are you having such a hard time picking up some gems? I've noticed that a lot. I don't remember that being a problem when I played this game the first time. But all of a sudden now, Sparx just... a lot of times does not want to pick up gems that are by, like, walls. It's really weird. Like, he spawns pretty close to there and got the gem, or I guess not really spawned, but he went to there pretty easily, or locked onto that area. Now, look at it. A lot of people hate treetops, but I freaking love treetops. It is my favorite level in the game, and I would love to do treetops first, but one, I don't know how much time we have to do it. It's like, it's kind of hard to think what I want to do in this episode, because I'm not sure if I have time for an entire level. I mean, I kind of do. We're only like 10 minutes in, so we could do a level and then the episode will just be a tad bit longer, because there's no way I'm going to end an episode in the middle of a level. This is not the 10-minute time limit of the early 2010s. And by early 2010s, I mean literally the year 2010. Like, I believe in August of 2010 is when they upped the time limit from 10 minutes to 15 minutes. And then after that, in like August, I remember they made the unlimited time limit, and oh, that was so freaking awesome. I loved being able to upload videos without having to really worry about the time, or like the length of the video. Which, it kind of sucks because a lot of young people, I don't mean to sound like a boomer right now, but a lot of young people on YouTube will not know the struggle of trying to make sure that your video does not get over 10 minutes and 59 seconds. They would always call it the 10-minute time limit, but it was more like the 11-minute time limit because it was 10:59. And some of the videos did say 11 minutes, but if you tried uploading a video any longer than that, it would say, oh, you can't do that unless you were partnered. If you were partnered, you were allowed to upload a video longer, but yeah, they eventually got rid of that only partner feature, and dang, I'm surprised I made that. Thank God for the little Spyro hover, because if it was not for that, I would have been, well, basically fucked. And did I really miss the gems on this side? I swore I went around here, but I must not have went to the 1 frickin' 1/8 of this area that had gems. Now, how many gems do we have? 255. Will that fit the... Well, will the gems in this safe be enough? I think so? Oh yeah. Look at that. Very nice. Okay. Seeing 100% complete that fast after frickin' Wizard Peak last episode is really nice. Now, this episode may run a tad bit long. It depends on how fast I can beat Terrace Village. Because I always like doing Terrace Village first, then Misty Bog, then Treetops, then Wild Flight, and then the boss level, which I didn't really show, but it's Metalhead, which I really like. Metalhead is a really cool boss. Scared the living crap out of me as a kid, though. Like, God, you'll see why when we get to it in, like, 2 episodes. Because I'm already thinking, next episode is most likely going to be Misty Bog and Treetops, which are 2 hell of a levels to frickin' put in 1 episode, but yeah. I can't really do much else in that episode, and then the episode after that would probably be Wild Flight, and then Metalhead, and maybe the homeworld of the next level? I don't know. Anyway, I was not expecting to take on Terrace Village in this episode, but, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Sorry if it does feel like I'm rushing through this level at any time, it's just I don't want this episode to go for too long. Like, it could go a tiny bit long, but if I could keep it under 25 minutes, that would be cool. I mean, there's no way, like, I don't think this episode, I don't think this level is going to take that long to do, but just in case. So that's why I'm going to rush a tiny bit. I mean, to be fair, I could get this level done way before 11 minutes. I mean, I can get this done in way under 11 minutes, but I'd rather not speedrun the level. As I mentioned before, just enjoy the level and get rid of this guy because I don't want him shocking me. Yeah. Terrace Village is home of the Electric Norks. The one Nork in the Beast Makers Homeworld mentioned that they found the power of electricity, but the power of electricity is really only in Terrace Village. Misty Bog and Treetops really does not have much electricity going on. Like, these electric guys are only in this level, and, well, the big electric guys and the electric shooting Norks are only in this level. There are, well, I guess you probably know, there are the guys that were in the homeworld that electrify the floor in this level because, well, it's electricity. If they didn't have that in this level, I would not know where else they'd have it. Also, that... I think I've mentioned this before, but I freaking love that. Like, it just looks crazy. It's weird, okay, I expected to get shocked by that guy. I forgot there were two guys in that area. I don't know. And dang, I always try to go for a relaxed commentary style, but I find out that a lot of times I tend to just speak really fast, which I guess is not awful, because it's still a commentary style I want to do, but the whole reason I try to relax my talking voice is so it doesn't get too worn out. It's getting a little bit worn out now, like it's getting a tiny bit raspy, so I may drink a little bit of water in a tiny bit. And by a tiny bit, I mean literally right now because we have a dragon.
Watch out, Spyro. The Norks in these parts have discovered the power of electricity, and it really stings.
God. I love a lot of dragons in this level now that I think of it. There's just a lot of memorable quotes in this level, and now, God, this is where the level looks a little crazy. Actually, before I go around the side, you might think this looks a little intimidating, but you could just go around this area. There is, oh God, I forgot there was an enemy back here. Okay. I'm getting hit left and right in this level. But yeah, you can get rid of that big guy, and then it's a little bit easier to charge and get that guy. But yeah, this section of the level is going to have a lot of electric floor, as you see right there. So be very careful and just kill everyone. But god dang, I just realized every freaking enemy in Terrace Village has some electric power. Oh dang. Now, there are a lot of fireworks in this level. That one, I'm not entirely sure which one. Okay, it breaks that chest. So, that is the first of, I believe, 3 fireworks. There was that chest here. There's this chest, which will be broke by another firework. And I believe, yep, there's a 3rd chest up there. I don't think we're going to be getting the other fireworks for a tiny bit. Now, I'm not entirely sure about the hit boxes for these electric floors. I did not mean for that to happen. Jeez, God. It seems like every time I get hit, I go to blue, because I somehow get a butterfly, and then get hit again, so I'm back to blue. And it's a crazy cycle. Now, for this one here, that is probably the last really hard electric floor you have to worry about. You don't want to attack the big guy first. If you do, you're gonna get electrocuted. You want to charge and attack the electric guys before anything. You don't want to worry about it, and I realize why there's so much fodder in this level. It's because you get hit so much. And like, if there was not this, oh Jesus Christ, there's 3 people? My goodness gracious, my god. I don't remember it being that crazy. God, maybe I'm just being more reckless. I don't know, I mean, I keep getting fodder and then I just get hit again. It's not like I'm getting closer to death. But we had to come over here anyway because there is some stuff over here, and I think it prevents us from having to drop down all the way. Actually, now thinking of it, I believe we would have had to drop down to this area anyway, once we get to a higher up area, is what I'm trying to say. Also, no skydiving. Like, yeah, I don't think I'd skydive here, game. I'm surprised that it says that. You'd think it would say no swimming, but I guess I'm wrong.
Good job, Spyro. One day you'll be able to tell all the dragons about your amazing adventures.
Sure, but what I'd really like to do is get out of this swamp.
The best dragon. That is the best frickin' dragon in the game, because it's the only one that's just laying on his side. Whenever I first got to that dragon as a kid, I was just like, I love it. And a lot of times, as you see, it's very memorable too, because it's usually the 50th dragon everyone gets. Because if you are doing these levels the way I am, that will be your 50th dragon, so it's a nice thing to remember. Now, oh yeah, we do have to drop down all the way, because we have to drop down here to get these jump boxes of 5 gems each, and then we have to go back around all the way to the beginning, which, well, good thing I came this way, because missing those 2 gems would have bit me in the butt. And I probably would have had PTSD from Wizard Peak, because even though it was not a green gem, it was still 2 gems. Like, it was still worth 2 gems, is what I should say. Now, I think this one is pretty simple to... Oh, what the heck? Okay. Yeah, never mind me saying that was pretty simple, because apparently that's not what it was. It was actually kinda hard. But there's no electrifying ground anymore, so I can literally just charge up to this guy and flame him. Which is probably the reason why I've been getting hit so much, because with me taking time, I've just been gliding and just taking my time, going everywhere. Thank God for that little hover thing, but I've just been taking my time, so I'm like, oh, I don't have to worry about this. And then, well, God, I need to think what I'm saying. What I meant was, I don't charge to that area, and I got a skill point, for one. I'll have to check that late. Actually, I'll check it now. What do we have here? Guidebook, skill points. What was it? Let me go to the next page. No electric floor damage. Oh, dang. I mean, I got hit a lot, but I guess I did not get hit by an electric floor, so that works. And yep, I kinda thought that would happen. I was pretty sure that I was going to hit that side of that area and then fall down. And you know what? We're actually getting closer to 25 minutes than I thought we were going to, so we are going to rush a bit so I can get this episode done and over with. Not that I'm having a bad time recording. I am having a bad time falling. Jump, glide. There we go. That's better. What I was doing, like the wrong thing I was doing, was I was not gliding at the very top of my jump, which is something they tell you to do at the very beginning of the game, and I guess I forgot about that. Well, not that I forgot about it, it's just, I guess I just don't do it as much. I don't think to glide at the very top of my jump. Also, because I don't think I mentioned this fully, what I was trying to say before was that I keep getting hit in this level because those big guys, they want you to charge up to them and then flame them pretty fast, whereas I just walk up to them and then try and flame them, which kind of ends with me getting hurt, and that's not good. Also, 383 is a really weird, actually that would work. There we go, okay. Now, yeah, I think I'm just gonna exit the level like this. Let me just make sure everything's good. Yep. I was pretty sure I would have been good anyway, but I didn't want to exit and then find out for some odd reason I didn't actually collect all the gems and all the dragons. But anyway, that is about it for this episode of Spyro the Dragon. We accomplished way more than I thought we were going to. The episode's a little longer than I wanted, but it's not too bad. It's cool to get at least one level in the Beast Makers done, especially because I did not get as much progress done as I wanted to last episode. So, in the next episode, we are going to be tackling Misty Bog and most likely Treetops, and that should take up the entire episode. So, this has been Jordan, saying see you later, and goodbye until the next episode.